Right, we go. I think we'll make a start. So thank you for joining our virtual subject information session this evening. So my name is Sophie. I am a designer and digital marketing coordinator here at East Coast College. Just to make you aware, we will be recording the session, and that's just to make sure that other students that were unable to attend are able to view the session. In this session, we'll be covering plumbing and heating, and our tutor Paul will give you an overview of the course and answer some of your questions. So there's a Q&A box just at the bottom of your screen. So if you do find that you have any questions, if you pop your question in the box, we'll answer it at the end. So I'll now hand you over to Paul, who's going to talk to you about plumbing.
Right, good evening, ladies and gents. My name is Paul. I'm one of the plumbing lecturers here at East Coast College. I currently reside at the Great Yarmouth campus, and that's my main office of work. We've got Mr. Cunningham, who works over the Lowestoft campus, and then we've got Mr. Quire, who goes between the two. Just a little background information on me. I've been a plumber since I was 16. I started out on building sites, working for an elderly gentleman, going around sweeping up behind him, and he took me on as a plumber. I worked with him until I turned 21. I then went off and joined the military. I became a military plumber, which is where my career really kicked off. And I did 11 years service with Her Majesty's Armed Forces as an engineer. I then left the military and I started teaching. So I started teaching in prisons to start off with, and then I came to East Coast College in January last year. So I've now been here 17 months. In terms of skill sets, I mean, I've been in the industry my entire life. There isn't much that I haven't come across and that I haven't done. Between the lecturers, the three of us, you've got over 50 years of experience. So we're a really well-versed team, and we have done absolutely everything. At the college, we currently serve up the level 2 and 3 qualifications. We always start the guys off with the level 2s. Under that course, you will do basic health and safety, so you'll do manual handling training. You'll also do access equipment, so ladders, mobile scaffold units. You'll also do things like your step ladders, and we'll get you through your basic health and safety, so personal protective equipment, PPE, and everything you'll need to carry out the tasks that you'll be required to do whilst with us. One of the key requirements as a plumber is to be able to fabricate all sorts of pipe work. We have what's known as a combined frame, which this gentleman on the screen at the moment is actually doing the speed fit or plastic part of that frame. He is one of my students at the moment, and he is just about to complete his course. So we do a wide range of skills. So this one here that he's doing at the moment, he's doing plastic pipe work, but we move that into copper and low carbon steel. You'll carry out tasks using compression jointing, soldered jointing. You will do speed fit or push fit, as it's known in the industry. You will do low carbon steel work, so you'll be required to cut, thread and measure all the pipe work to exact measurements. So we'll train you how to do this, to create these frames and how to produce this pipe work. You'll also do sanitary wear, so you'll do bathroom fitting. You'll fit unvented and vented cylinders as part of your coursework over the level 2 and 3. We carry out a really wide variety of tasks. So there is a lot to take on. Plumbing itself, everybody needs it. So as a plumber, you will always have work, whether that's out on a building site, starting off with brand new houses, or you're working for yourself, going out and working in other people's homes. There's so much work out there for plumbers. I've done it across the world. I spent 6 months in the Falklands a few years back. I did 6 months work and then I took 6 months off. So I didn't have to carry out that work. We do complex cold water systems. We'll carry out drainage systems along with your bathrooms. Central heating systems, you'll carry out in both low carbon steel and in copper work. We'll pressure test those systems to make sure that they are sound and that they don't leak. Under your level 3, you can move on to the domestic gas principles. You can also do environmental technologies. Now, in construction, environmental technology is a great big industry, which really isn't utilised at the moment. So a few years ago, the government said, right, we're going to put solar panels on people's homes and we'll give them a grant, which required skilled engineers like myself to go out and retrain and relearn all these new skills. Now, those skills are evolving constantly. So it's not just solar panels, they do ground source heat pumps, they do air source heat pumps. We have to do with solar systems. There's a range of skills that are out there and tasks that you can go on to. So the course doesn't stop with I'm a plumber. You can evolve your career as you go. I've been out there and I've done pretty much everything you can. And now I've been coming to my time of my life where I choose to pass those skills on to you guys. I want to pass on my knowledge to you to enable you to have a fantastic career like I've had. Plumbing is an epic role. There's no end to what you can do. If you're good with your hands, good with math, it's brilliant. It really is a trade for anybody. I can't recommend being a plumber enough. To be fair, I've done it all my life and I still love every day of my job. Sorry. So, as a plumber coming into the course, you can choose to come in and do the full-time level 2 course and then progress on to the level 3. So you can follow the mainstream route. You do 2 years at college to get your level 3 qualification. You could then go out into industry. As a level 2 plumber, you can go onto an apprenticeship. There are a wide variety of companies out there. So we've got Gasway, which is a massive company for us locally. They deal with thousands and thousands of properties across Norfolk and Suffolk. They're a huge company. We've currently got 12 apprentices with them at the moment. They're a massive place to go to, and they offer all sorts of skill sets. They're brilliant. You can go directly from this course and start working for guys on site. All you need to do is get your CSCS cards and you can go straight out into building sites. As a plumber, you can earn starting wage is around 26,000 and the sky's the limit. We have had guys that have earned 50, 60, 70,000 pounds. The most expensive and highly rated plumber at the moment is Mr. Flamenco Plumbers down in London. He pays his top engineer £110,000 a year. He's made a multi-million-pound business from scratch. He started out at 16 on a building site, much like I did, cleaning up after somebody else, and he's built this empire. He works for the stars. So there is massive scope there to be something phenomenal in this industry. So you do your plumbing engineers, you've got your basic plumbers that will go out and do things like tap fits, bathroom fits. You get your heating engineers, you can go out and service heating systems, replace heating systems in either copper, low carbon steel, speed fit pipe. You can go on to be a boiler engineer, you can go and do your gas safe, your Offtech, your HATAS, your IET 17th edition. There's a whole range of things. So being a plumber is the base. So your level 2 is the start of an epic career into so many other avenues. You could go out onto building sites and be an estimator. You can design your own systems. So massive new complexes. So the Sizewell C project that's going on, that's very local to us, they are screaming out for engineers now in pipe welding and fabrication to go onto their site, and that is an ongoing contract for the next 50, 60, 70 years. So once you've completed this qualification, you could take an apprenticeship route. There are plenty of companies out there. They will start you off on a four-day route. So you do 4 days on site and a day at college. As with the full-time course, you do 2 days at college. You'll do a full day of practical with myself or one of the other tutors. You also do a full day of theory. The theory basis of the course, like I said, covers health and safety. You do your cold water systems, hot water systems, central heating systems, your drainage and sanitation systems. You'll create and install your own bathrooms. The young gentleman that's on the screen at the moment, that's one of my level 2 students that's due to finish the course in 7 weeks' time. He's working on a complex frame there. So he started out, he's just doing his drawing just to get the design onto the wall. So you do designs on systems. So if you're a dab hand at art, perfect. Right, Has anybody got any questions for me, gentlemen? I mean, I'm open to absolutely anything you want to ask. If there's anything you need to know about the course, if there's anything you're unsure of, anything you want to know about this industry, I'm here to tell you what you need to know.
So I'll just have a look to see if we've got any questions. Okay, so the first one is, so what are the class sizes like?
So at the moment, I have 2 classes of full-time students. My first class is of 20 students, and the second class is 22. So they're not huge classes. There'll be myself in there and our workshop technician at all times. So you can jump between the 2 of us. Anything you need, we are there to assist you.
Perfect. We've just got another one. So are there any exams involved with the course?
Yes, under the course, you will sit 9 exams. So you do your health and safety exam within the first 6 weeks. You'll do scientific principles, which covers the mathematical side of plumbing, so Newton's theory of gravity, relativity, and motion. You'll cover common plumbing processes, so your jointing techniques, fabrication of pipe work, clipping distances. You do a cold water exam, a hot water exam, central heating, above ground drainage, electrical and communication. So your electrical exam will cover things like wiring in S-plan systems, S-plan plus systems, the basics of electrics, because as plumbers, you will be working with this equipment. Communication is all about building sites. So how a building is actually started. A customer will turn around to their architect and go, I want a house that is a donut. And that architect will then be tasked to draw out that donut. He will then pass that on to the certain tradesmen to then create that building, and you would be part of that. You would face 9 exams under this qualification.
Great. Is there any opportunity for any work experience on the course?
We give you all the hands-on experience as plumbers. We don't, in terms of work experience, we do have a couple of our lads at the moment who actually go down to the plumbers merchants at weekends, and they are going out with plumbers. So they're turning up at the merchants on a 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning and just going to the guys, can I come out with you for the day? And we're finding that the local companies are willing to take these lads out and just have them for the day. Turning up on a building site and presenting yourself to these people is a fantastic line to follow. And that's how I got into this industry in the first place. I went onto a building site and went, can somebody show me the ropes? And this gentleman said, yeah, I'll take you out, no problem. And that was at weekends around school. So that's how I started out really in my career.
Great. So we've had another question. So someone said they left school in year 10. Can they still join the course?
Right, as a minimum requirement to enter onto this year's course, you would need 4s in both your English and your math. That's the criteria to come onto the course. It is a minimum of 4s or a C grade as it would have been.
Yes, if you haven't got grade 4s, we do offer English and math courses at East Coast College. So you can always come with us for the year to get your English and maths and then join Paul's course the following year. Let's have a look to see if we've got any other questions. I think that may be everything for this evening. Okay, so thank you for joining us. So if you haven't yet applied, you can head over to our website now, which is shown on screen, to fill out an application form. You can also find the details of all of our other courses that we offer on there too. If you need to get in touch again or you have any questions, you can use the here to help at eastcoast.ac.uk email and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And thank you for joining us this evening and we hope you have a great evening.
Cheers guys, take care, bye-bye.